What up? Listen. If you're able to come in here, I am live right now on YouTube. So make sure you pop into my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. It's all the way at the bottom of the link. That's where I'm going to be chatting it up. I'm just going here because this is how you shoot it out to as many people as possible. So everybody, hold in everything we're talking about right now. All questions that you have, everything you have to say. If you have something to say, come into the YouTube channel. We'll chat in there. We'll talk in there. We'll have a great conversation. For those of you that are in my YouTube channel already, what is going on? Can't wait for my input on what's been going down the past 4 hours. Oof. Man, am I going to have to catch up on what's going on in the last 4 hours? I haven't been up to date on the feeds. Hit me with what's going on in the feeds in the chat. Let me know. Throw it in the chat, and I will weigh in on it. What's going on, Pam? Thank you, Palmer. I appreciate it. You're not coming to YouTube. You'll like the video later. Yo, honestly, King JC, I can deal with that. Wait, what did Billy say? Where's Billy? Where's that bitch? Where is he? I don't even see Billy. Cody, I'd leave my wife for you. You love to hear it. All right, people, I am out. I'm going on YouTube, so I'm coming to you live. This is the fastest way to get it out to as many as people as possible because, honestly, I'm not going to stay on YouTube for long. I'm going to be there for about an hour maybe. So if you guys want to chat up, I'll see you on YouTube. I'm going live there now. Link is in my bio. Check it out. Boom. Click the link. It's at the bottom. I'll see you over there. What's going on, people? We are back. We're back at it again. We're here for another day. We're back for another day. We're back for another chat. We're hanging out. Not a lot of time, but we're chilling, right? Is this arm in the way? It's like really annoying, but I feel like I can get away with this. I can do it like this. Yeah, hold on. I want it more center. Yeah, we can live. Yeah, we can mess with that. Oh no, boo. Hold on one sec. I gotta do this. I feel like. Let me adjust. I'll do that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. This is the vibe here. Now we're talking. Maybe I'll tilt it a little toward me. Yeah, there we go. Can't see it on the screen. We're ready to rock. Christian, Cody, you're so fine. Ooh. Jonathan, what is good? Jonathan, no spoilers. All right, Jonathan, have you watched, or can I spoil right now? Have you watched the episode? Who hasn't watched the episode last night? Yo, I appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for all the subs. I appreciate it. Jagob, Tiger Tornado, Chelsea, and Christian, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Guys, we are over 500 subscribers. The next goal, we just want to get to 1,000. Right? We hit the subscriber goal of 500. I wanted to hit it. I was at like 200 and I was like, I need more subscribers on YouTube. So I started going live on here. We hit 500. So if you guys haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and share it with a friend so that they also know this is where I'm going to be streaming live. Okay, so you thinking Taylor was having a power trip, but her opinion seemed to be dictated by the influence of her alliance. Yeah, but she seemed to be all over the place, Irish. So she was all over the place, and it was a power trip. Like the way she was talking about targeting Terrence, it was obvious that she had a power trip. The way that she like switched to Indy was definitely the alliance. That part, I was like, okay, she got influenced by the alliance. They wanted to go after Indy. She's going after Indy. Then the whole thing with Taylor was totally a power trip. She was the HOH. If she wanted the veto, don't expect somebody else to do it. And then don't take it out on them. If you're not going to take the veto in the competition, don't expect somebody else to. I don't care that they're not on the block, especially when you spent the whole week telling them that they were safe and they were good and they didn't have anything to worry about. That to me is a power trip. It's like you want your cake and you want to eat it too. It's like she was playing that HOH. It's like, oh, well, I told you were safe. I made sure you knew you were safe. Then Alyssa asks her, you know, do you really have a backdoor plan or whatever? Was she serious about the backdoor? And then she doesn't do it. And then she gets all pissy about it. That to me is an HOH power trip. That to me is an HOH power trip. We got a couple more subs coming in. We'd love to see it. We got Adam. Thank you for subscribing. We got Sherry, Jamie, and Chrissy. Thank you for subscribing. Bud, I see you saying I just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Pam just subbed. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying there? That's what I mean when I'm saying like she was like all over the place. That's why I like coming on here, because I can give like little, like bigger explanations than what we're doing on the Winner Circle. But yeah, that's what I meant. Hey, and honestly, I understand if you don't agree. I don't mind if you don't agree. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. You'd be like, yeah, no, you're wrong. I don't agree with you, Cody. Fuck off. And I'll be like, yo, that's okay. That's fine. This is how we do it. We have a conversation, and we don't always have to agree on everything. But I just felt Taylor was a little all over the place. But I said it on my last live when I was on here. I said the best thing that ended up happening was the veto not getting used, because she was able to save face with Alyssa. So, and I don't think it really came down too hard on her with Kyle. And the whole alliance ended up really taking that out on Kyle. So Taylor ended up realistically in a pretty good situation, even though the HOH was all over the place. So although it wasn't the most smooth HOH, she still is in a very good situation. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know. The power trip is just her personality. Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit more of Taylor's personality now. Now that she's not like, which is fun. It's like, thankfully, this girl doesn't have to like be scared to say something and have it be used against her. So we get to see a little bit more of her personality. Like we're seeing a little bit more of the chips. Yeah, Taylor's got an edge to her. Taylor's a little bit, like edge, I guess. Like a little bit of an edge. Like, yo, you take my trip, I'll fuck you up. I loved when they showed the clip where she goes, this bitch. I like actually laughed out loud. Like the way that they edited it up was perfect. It was like Alyssa took the thing and then it cuts to Taylor in the DR and she's like, this bitch. You could tell in that situation that that's exactly how Taylor felt, but she was like conflicted, where it was like, I know I don't want to say this because I'm on national television, but like I just can't help it right now. But I love the realness to it. So I like that. I like that. Jalene8, thank you for subscribing to the channel. And Crystal Gonzalez, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. How do I feel about Taylor yelling at Kyle for not using the veto? Listen, people do stuff like that all the time. I mean, I thought it was a little much. I was like, whatever. Like, I wouldn't do something like that. But everybody believed her. Everybody believed it to be true. And so that was the purpose. Like, she had a purpose with why she did that with Kyle. And it worked. It worked. Like everybody was, even people in the alliance were like, wait, what? And then she explained that it wasn't real, but it's like, even they believed it was real. They make it seem like it was solely her idea to get Alyssa out. It was egged on by everyone besides Turner and Kyle Cody. Yeah, I know that. I understand that. But it's also her HOH. Like she started the conversations. And then everybody else has vocalized wanting Alyssa out. Everybody else has already vocalized it. Taylor was the one that went and promised Alyssa all this safety and was never going to target her. So that's why I'm saying that, Iris, because it's not that Taylor, like this wasn't a conversation within the alliance. This wasn't a conversation within the alliance, but Alyssa wasn't on the chopping block this week until that moment happened. That's why I'm saying it was emotional and it was power trippy. We've known the alliance has wanted Alyssa out. The alliance wanted Alyssa out like 2 weeks ago. They wanted her out 2 weeks ago. And Kyle, like this is what's building on Kyle now, because now Kyle is just, I think Kyle is just not very trusted by the leftovers. Unpopular opinion, but Taylor's game isn't that great, but her storyline is just the best out of everyone, so everyone is hyping her up. Catherine, I 100% agree. I don't view Taylor as a very good Big Brother player. And that's not me saying anything about Taylor as a person. I was one of the people that was literally sitting there being like, I can't watch because of how annoying and how infuriating it was to watch how Taylor was being treated by the house. I'm a Taylor fan, but I don't think Taylor's a very good Big Brother player. Taylor just had a situation this week to show, okay, I have this strategy. This is what I want to implement. I have this reasoning for going after people. This is why I'm going to do it, because this is why it's going to benefit my game. And we didn't get a clear cut view of that. Like a lot of the times we see, like it's hard to compare to the people that are really good. Like, I mean, to the only person that's really good, like Michael, because Michael always has logic and strategy to why he's doing it. Like Taylor's situation to now all of a sudden want Alyssa as a target was not strategic. And what Michael thought is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this is so petty. Like, this is not a good reason to want to go after somebody. And, I understand that the leftovers wanted Alyssa out. But I did this on my season when I was with the committee. There was times where Tyler wanted Danny out. Danny wanted Tyler out. And when I was the HOH, I was like, I'm not doing that. That is not good for my game. I'm very close with the both of them. That doesn't benefit me, even if it benefits somebody else in my alliance. Taylor getting Alyssa out doesn't benefit her. Or if Taylor would have got Alyssa out, it wouldn't have benefited her. Taylor was in a very good situation, playing up that she wanted to go after Monty. It was perfect that Kyle won the veto and didn't use it because it kept the blood off her hands. She could have did that blow up with Kyle in the back and then made it seem like, yeah, this is your fault, not mine, and then still been in a great situation with all the girls. And then when the votes happened, like, look at the vote. Taylor would have been in such a perfect situation because Indy got voted out, and on the stage with Julie had so much love for Taylor. That is what you want. You want to have an HOH where the person doesn't blame you and they could possibly vote for you. And I got to be honest with you, if Taylor's sitting at the end, I could see Indy voting for Taylor. Like, those are all good things in an HOH week that you want. I don't think Taylor did it all purposely, but she did. I have to give her credit where credit's due. I said this to Tiffany before we were doing one of her recaps. I was like, Taylor is doing a great job scrambling right now, if you want to talk about that in the live show, because Kyle wins the veto. There's talks about Kyle not using the veto. Kyle ended up not using the veto, and Taylor's had to have these conversations with a lot of the women and a lot of the people that she told, I want Monty out, and now it's not getting used, and that could have hurt her and caused distrust, but it didn't. And so I thought Taylor was doing a great job with that, but that doesn't mean that she had a great, like, I just think that she's this great player. But she had a very good scrambling. She covered herself very well. And now she has somebody that's in the jury that I do feel would vote for her. That's a win. That's a win. Do I think Taylor's this incredible Big Brother player? No. Do I love the Taylor storyline? Yeah. Do I think Taylor's going to get America's favorite player? I will say it again. I would take my winnings that I won from Big Brother and I would put it in a bet that Taylor wins America's favorite player if she doesn't win the game. Would anybody take that bet? Do people agree? Like, I would bet the money that I won after taxes, I would put it, like, if I walked up to a roulette table and it was, I mean, that's not really great. Not a roulette table, because it's not the same. That's chance. Like, I mean, this is, I guess, chance, but I'm telling you right now, Taylor gets America's favorite. Turner is not getting it. And there's not a person that will get, and like, there's not a person that will even be close. There's not a person that will even be close to Taylor. You would bet Turner? I think Turner is liked, but I don't think Turner will even be close. Denise is in the building. What's going on, Denise? Thank you, Stacey. I appreciate it. Guys, for everybody that is just joining in here, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications. I would appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Taylor. Yeah, it's not even going to be close. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be like the person that won received the most vote. I'm not even kidding. I could see Taylor getting the most votes that has ever been casted for one person to win America's favorite. All right, so Yeah, I bet you Julie says that as well. And I think that it's gonna be like, you know, I just wish the heat wasn't solely put on Taylor's pettiness in the eyes of the casuals. There was a lot taken into account, what's shown on the episode, and she's getting casual hate. I don't, Iris, I got to be honest with you. I don't think she's getting casual hate. I think you're calling hate like people just have an opinion about that she didn't run a great HOH. I don't think that's hate. That's just opinion. You think Terrence is putting? So wait a minute. Wait a minute, Stacy. Guys, anybody in here? Can I get a one in the chat if you guys are ready for some spoilers about what happened on the feeds? Taylor deserves it. Are you talking about America's favorite? I mean, nobody but Taylor is winning America's favorite. I'm not even talking in the sense of Taylor deserves it. What if Taylor wins? Like, Taylor's winning America's favorite. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Antoine, my man. What's up, Bromigo? Miss you. Love Taylor, but her HOH was messy, but far from the worst I've seen. Oh, my God. Not even close. Not even close, Antoine. We have seen some abysmal HOHs. It was not. At the end of the day, Taylor's HOH still sent two people home that are outside of her alliance that we don't know if they would have targeted her realistically. And so it was a win. Okay, so Kyle. Terrence wins the HOH. We have a group where it's Terrence, Turner. So Terrence is the HOH of the outside group. In that group is Kyle, Alyssa, Joseph, and Turner. So of those four people, two are going to be nominated. Kyle told Terrence about the leftovers. Kyle told Terrence about the leftovers. Why did Kyle do this? He knows it's a double eviction. He knows that they could be viewed as a threat. Him and Alyssa, they're in the same group. They could be a very easy nominee. And he wants to take the first shot. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. And what we also know is that Joseph is in serious, serious, serious trouble. Joseph is in serious trouble because Turner, Alyssa, and Kyle are very close. Turner was saying it this past week in this past episode that he didn't want to jump into the conversation, but Alyssa staying is good for his game as well. So you think he's going to change his mind now? If Joseph's on the block, he's going to say, yes, send home Joseph. So now we're going to lose one of the leftover members. That's what's going to happen on this side of the house. I think on the other side, could we see Michael target Monty? Is Terrence strong enough to handle this? Yo, nut job. Is Terrence strong enough to handle this information? I do. I do think he is. I do think he is. I think Terrence is strong enough to handle this. Very disappointed with Kyle. If Joseph doesn't win veto, he's going home. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yes. Yes, he is. Now is the situation where we say it on the winner circle all the time, right? We say it all the time that if you want to win the game, you have to start winning some comps. Now, it's not a matter of, oh, I need to be winning a ton of comps like Michael is, or it's like, oh, I need to win out. You just need to be able to win competitions when your life is on the line. And right now, I genuinely feel like Joseph's life is on the line. So Monty is his backup plan. Tell me this. Michael wins the HOH. Michael's not putting up Brittany. Michael's not putting up Taylor. So Monty and Jasmine are going to go on the block. If Monty doesn't win the veto, Taylor has talked about this. Brittany has talked about this. Michael has talked about this. The knobs can stay the same and they can send on Monty. Could you imagine in a double we lose Monty and Joseph? My goodness, that would be epic. That would be epic. And here's the thing is that this is creating, right? So it's like the reason why I love this aspect of the game is because it's now creating like two sides. Like these people are going to be spending a full week together, getting close, talking game, creating like plans moving forward for the following week. and then they're going to be merged back together. Guys, can we get like what kind of emoji do I want to see in the chat if we're fired up about this? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Guys, just spam like mind blown emojis. Is that in here? Can we spam the mind blown emojis? Do we have that in here? Is that in here? It is. I just saw it. There it is. Boom, 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 boom.
My mom is going to pick up Poke and ramen. What do you want? Hokkaido.
I would take ramen.
So you want just a ramen?
Yeah.
Want anything else?
Spicy pork.
Spicy pork.
Something like that. Yeah.
The spicy one's really spicy. You like that?
I love that.
Okay.
Love
really
that.
Good. It's really spicy. It makes me sneeze.
Okay, I'm trying to sneeze.
Okay, do you want anything else?
No.
You don't want any like sushi?
Guys,
rolls?
Christy and I are kind of like matching with our things. Look at this. We got we got the mind blown. Babe, I got to fill you in on the tea.
What?
There's a lot of stuff going on in the feeds.
Oh my god, and they're outside.
And they're outside. There's a lot going down.
We're going to come hang in here. Come on, Dad.
We're fired up about it. We're fired up about it. We're excited.
While I order, and then you can tell me what's the tea.
We're excited. Well, I can't tell you. I already told everybody. I don't feel like redoing it.
Oh, why am I frozen?
You're not. It's just
Look,
behind.
That's so funny. Yeah, but look, it's frozen. Oh, never mind. I was just standing still.
Cody, tell her we said hi. B Bean says hello.
Hi, guys.
Losing Joseph would be like losing you against Pow Pow or Kevin.
Losing him against who?
So right now, what happened was Terrence is the HOH on that one side, and the outside where it's Terrence, Alyssa, Kyle, Turner, and Joseph.
Wait, let me just think of who everyone is. Terrence, Alyssa, Kyle, Turner, and Joseph.
Mm-hmm. Kyle told Terrence about the leftovers.
Because he's panicking and he thinks that he's not
Kyle is scrambling. Kyle is scrambling.
Look how cute this buddy is.
Kyle is scrambling. Guys, let me tell you this. I can assure you, Kyle will not be going to the end of this game. He is classic scrambler. Kyle is scrambling. He's in trouble. He's paranoid. He's all over the place. Kyle is a knockoff
Should
Joey
I get
B.
spicy tuna nachos?
Yeah.
You like those?
Yeah.
Or is there anything else you like better? Gyoza?
No, I don't want gyoza. I like spicy tuna nachos. Kay is in the fucking building. Let's go. The CEO. Everybody better watch themselves in the chat because the CEO is here and she doesn't hesitate to boot you. Kyle is not going to make it. I couldn't agree with you more, Kay. I know the feeds are on fire. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could watch the feeds. I wish we could watch the feeds together. Kyle is giving Zach vibes. No, Zach was like chaotic just because he wanted to be. Kyle is trying to actually play and is just chaotic. So there's a big difference. Like I'm telling you right now, that you're almost giving like Zach was just trying to be chaos. Kyle is actually trying to play the game, which honestly, that's why I'm saying like this. I think it's worse. I think Kyle's worse because Kyle's in a situation where he's thinking like, oh, I'm doing all these things to help my game, but realistically, he's just really tanking his game. He's really in trouble. Kyle's desperate. Let's call a spade a spade. All right, so one of two. We found out, is Kyle another Dan? No, come on, Chrissy, don't do that. A case of overthinking. Couldn't agree with you more, Veronica. His overthinking started with the paranoia, thinking that there was like a Cookout 2.0 happening when like everything that was happening in the game was even though it's like, okay, the people of color are still in the house. Everything that was happening in the game was like not directing at that. So it was like, I don't know. Kyle's just straight paranoid. So him thinking, oh, there's a Cookout 2.0, or like, you know, Jasmine could be working together with Taylor, Monty. Like, in what world did you think Jasmine and Taylor have this relationship? Like, Jasmine is dogging Taylor. So it's just like Kyle was just not. Kyle is just classic paranoid big brother. The game has gotten to him. He's freaking out. He doesn't know how to handle it. And so he's he's all over the place. Thinking there's a Cookout 2.0. Going to Terrence, telling Terrence about the leftovers. Like, he's desperate, freaking out about not using the veto last week for Alyssa. Kyle is in straight desperate survival mode. Joseph this week, Kyle next. Cody, what are your thoughts?
Get rid of Joseph?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. We're speculating right now. We're talking.
That's horrible. Get rid of Jasmine or Alyssa.
Joseph's on the other side of yeah, we would love for Alyssa to go home. I don't want Joseph going home. But you know what? This is what I was saying.
Kyle, honestly, just get Kyle.
Yeah, but Kyle gave Terrence information, and so I don't think that Terrence is going to use that. But, oh, man, this is trouble in paradise for my boy Joseph. I'm so devastated.
So because on that side...
Say and Sims, what's going on?
It's only Kyle, Alyssa, Joseph.
Codeman, I need Kyle to go. He's playing a piss poor game overall. He created the leftovers and then turned on them due to being horny. Joseph needs to win veto or he is toast. Taylor is afraid. Taylor is afraid for him. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Joseph win the fucking veto. Turn the volume up. I mean, my volume is super high. Maybe you have to turn your volume up. Because my volume is like borderline in the yellow, which is like now it's in the yellow. It's too high. Yeah, you know what? Time out. Can we talk about that for a second? Kyle, did Kyle create the leftovers? Because I felt like the Pound was in there talking and they were like, oh, we're going to be the Pound, right? We're going to be the Pound. And then like what's giving Kyle this entitlement to creating leftovers? What is this? You can hear me fine. I don't think he actually thought that there was a Cookout 2.0, especially being in the Pound. He was just looking for anything he can use against them in order to save his showman. Yeah, I know. I keep referring to, because it's just like the easiest way to describe it, thinking that there's a Cookout 2.0. That's like not the best way to describe it, but like that's the easiest way for me, because he ultimately was thinking that the people of color in the house were working together and had this bond, when realistically that wasn't what was happening in this season. It just wasn't happening. I'm sorry. And so Kyle jumping all over that, it's like, that's why I'm just using him. I'm using the term like, oh, he was thinking there's a Cookout 2.0. It's just like a way to like kind of like sum it up quick. Ultimately, that's why I say that. Because I know it's not they thought, he just was like, he was getting paranoid about the stuff that, you know, I guess he heard that Monty said to Amira. And then, you know, that was making him spiral a little bit. And it must have been building up. And then Michael won the HOH. And then he started mentioning it to Michael. And really, I couldn't agree with you more, Iris. It all was stemming on the basis of, I'm trying to play with my alliance, but also with my showmance, and how can the two coexist? The alliance ultimately needs to implode and the showmance needs to stay. That's what I think was happening. You love my glasses? Thank you. I appreciate that. Otato Morelio. They're on glassesusa.com. Check out our Daniel eviction interview, and the link is in the bio to these specific glasses if these are some that you'd get into. I like them a lot. Kyle got paranoid about the Cookout 2.0, then even got more paranoid when they wanted Alyssa to go. I mean, it's like, Brandy, he just was spiraling. He was spiraling. And so, you know, you saw Kyle just scrambling and scrambling. It didn't help his game. This week, he's scrambling again from what we're hearing about him spilling the beans to Terrence, because now Terrence knows about the leftovers. Once that gets into the house, it's like, this guy is just... I don't know. Like, do we think that's going to benefit his game? I don't, personally. Joseph has been the head of things the way I see it. He pointed out everything he was seeing and everyone jumped on board. I agree with you, Drew. I was saying that Joseph could find himself in trouble because he was talking a lot. He was talking a lot and he was talking a lot and he was telling everybody what they need to do. And that is a strong personality to have around when you're seeing somebody that seems to be the one that's creating all the plans. That, to me, is somebody that like, oh, I don't know if I want to sit next to that person. So that's why when I was describing him, I was like, I love Joseph. He's so intelligent and he has a great grasp of the game. But I was like, I just wish he would talk a little bit. Kyle's mom doesn't approve of Alyssa. No, I did not see the convo of her on someone's Discord. Yo, what I saw? Can somebody weigh in on here with me, because I don't know what's going on, and quite frankly, I'm not trying to like take a deep dive into Twitter as to where it came from. But why? I saw when Kyle like shouted out his grandma, somebody like said, "Oh, not Kyle shouting out his racist grandma." Where does that come from? Where did that come from? Does anybody know? Can anybody spill the tea? Spill the tea live here. Cody will turns blow Kyle's cover, or will turns use the info and be hunting about it. I don't know. But I don't want to dive into any other things until this catches up, because then I'm going to be behind. Because I know there's a little bit of a lag in the stream. Oh, Mandy Slate, new first live ever. Hi from New Hampshire. We love that. Oh, Kyle said she was a so Kyle said that. So Kyle is the one that started the aspect of his grandmother being a racist, and then shouted her out on the live feeds. This kid is an absolute nightmare. Kyle literally describes his grandmother to the house as the racist. There's feeds on 24/7, bro. What are you doing? And then he shouts her out on the live show. That makes it, oh my God. And I can't remember where I saw the tweet. I think it was like I like always follow like the trending stuff. This kid is a penis. What an absolute penis. Why would he even say that? Like, why is that necessary in a conversation? Why is that necessary in a conversation? That's just stupid. That's stupid. Why would he bring that up in the house? It's so dumb. And honestly, Vic McGee, I love that you're saying how old is Kyle. He's 29 years old. Like, what are you doing? He's 29 years old. Like, he's just, I'm over. Listen, and like, I don't like to do this because it's like everybody's in the house and I don't want to be somebody gossiping on the outside, but I've been over the whole Kyle Alyssa thing, and Kyle is like, this whole thing I've been over for a little bit, because the first thing that started annoying the shit out of me about Kyle was how he wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too. He was like, I want to be in the showmance. I want to be laying with Alyssa. But then I'm going to drag her to the leftovers. And now I'm going to go lay in bed with her. I'm going to be hanging out. We're going to be kissing. I love you. You're amazing. Let's go. No, guys, I'm with you. I'm not with her. I don't like her. And then he's like, oh yeah, my God, I'm getting all horny. Man, I have boners every day. I can't walk around. Guys, I hate Alyssa. She sucks. She's not a good player. I don't like her. Alyssa, I love you. Oh my God, let's make out. Then they get up in the have not room. Guys, I am going to distance I can't be around her anymore. I'm like, it was just annoying the shit out of me. And so I got over it quick. As much as I was like, oh, I love showmance, I like got over this showmance quick. Does anybody else feel me? That was a lot just now, but that's how I feel.
Tiffany said that he's a Mormon. So do you think he was a virgin?
Tiffany said he's a Mormon. Does that mean he's a virgin? That's why he lasted 10 seconds.
I don't want me to start a rumor when you're on live, but Tiffany's
an
ex-Mormon.
Yo, can we get a 1 in the chat if Kyle's a virgin?
No.
Can we get a 1 in the chat if Kyle's a virgin?
Stop. She said he's an ex-Mormon. He's not a Mormon anymore.
Can we get a 1 in the chat if Kyle's a virgin?
Well, he's not now.
Cake and eat it too. You cannot eat anything in 10 seconds. I can eat a cupcake. Wait, but you talk about like actually eat the cupcake?
I think it was more of a joke rather than a literal. You could stuff a cupcake down your throat in 10 seconds.
I could fucking crush a cupcake. Yeah, all right. Let me go. I'm going back to give some shout outs. Kevin, thank you for subscribing. The Bear is home. Followed me on Twitch, but I'm here now. Coldman, I don't think Kyle is a card carrying racist. He acts fine around people of color, but he is showing implicit bias. My Kyle and Alyssa support lasted for about 10 seconds. It's so high school. I can say, so I think that's Yeah, I mean, I think the whole aspect of calling Kyle a racist was extreme, but that's what happens on social media. But I do think that paranoia and the bias is there from the previous season, and he's just projecting it on these house guests this year that it's just really not happening. And it's not, quite frankly, it's not really fair to like, it's not fair to the house guests, to the people of color that are in this house, because it's really on no basis other than, okay, they could be playing together the same as the cookout. They're not. It's like, it's just, they're not. So it's really unfair.
Tiffany and Jess like explained it really well on the podcast on the Winner Circle. They were
Christy is fucking obsessed with Tiffany's podcast.
Like,
Everybody, who else is obsessed with Tiffany's podcast on the Winner Circle? Tiffany kills it on the Winner Circle.
Saying, like, everyone has bias based on their experiences. So like if his experience was watching the cookout, then like he could have a bias.
Right, if that's his only experience, then yes. And that's I guess, yeah, I guess projecting, I don't know, it's a lot, but it's whatever. All right, that's enough about, sick of talking about Kyle.
Also, yeah, it's also very clear that last season there was a specific mission that they wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like, bro, it's really not. And it's unfair because then you have people of color come on a season and be like, do they have to be nervous that everybody's just going to project that onto them, and then they have to play differently, and then it's like, it could cause them to act a certain way that maybe they wouldn't be true to. It's like, it's just fucking, it happened on a season. Now everybody needs to move on from it, and including Kyle and this whole situation. Anyway. Oh my God, Bruno's in the fucking building. Yo, Bruno, you beauty, you sexy beast. Can we talk about Michael? You love Tiffany's podcast on the Winner Circle. I saw a lot of people were saying that they love Tiffany's podcast. They were saying, who doesn't love Tiffany? I mean, really, Tiffany is just such a real one. Like, I just love her. She's amazing. She's hilarious. Everything Tiffany says is like comedic gold. Like, she doesn't hold back either, which is what I like.
I love how she says it in the most calm, chill. She is the most.
Yeah.
She has a great like voice for podcasts.
Oh, Tiffany's got the best.
She's just calm and she just is like.
Here's the thing that pisses me off, right? Like, I have a shit voice.
No, you don't. You're just too loud.
I'm loud.
Calm. She's like a soothing voice.
Yeah, Tiffany's soothing. I couldn't do it. Like, Tiffany, right before, this is like, I can't do it though, because I deleted it all. But I should have like the stuff that we cut out. Like, I wish the parts that I have to cut out, like some of the stuff that happens, like where you don't see it because I take it out of the episodes. Like, there was stuff where we started, and then I was like, hold on, we have to stop. And then Tiffany did something, and I was fucking in tears before the episode even started. And then in the middle of the episode, something happened a couple times, and Tiffany just reacts in a way where it's just like, if you guys could see these clips and I could like accumulate these, you would be in tears. You would be in tears with some of the stuff that Tiffany is. Like, she's phenomenal. Did we ask questions to Indy? Yeah, we asked questions to Indy. Derek was flying and traveling today, so we can't record it today. If I'm being 100% honest with you, you heard it here first. Like, I mean, it's Indy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, don't make it sound mean. You just don't have a lot of game questions for her.
It's like, it's Indy. Like, I was like, should we ask her why she wanted to throw soup at Taylor? Like, what purpose would that serve? But we could have. But they also didn't ask one of our questions, which I'm pretty pissed about. Taylor also said that she wouldn't put Jasmine on the block because she's a black woman. That can make people think, oh yeah. I mean, I mentioned that. In the Winner Circle podcast, because my perspective on that is like, if you're sitting there and you hear Taylor vocalize that and you're working with Taylor, that puts you in an awkward situation. You're now like, okay, she's outside of our alliance. If you're in a situation like, I think everybody in the house knows that Jasmine's been dragging Taylor. So you're sitting there and you're like, this person would easily target you. This person has put you on the block, and now you won't put them on the block. And it's like, what if it's down to me and them? Are you going to leave them off the block and put my life in danger? That would make me feel some type of way. Like, but that's not what Kyle was going based off of. That's why I don't like, that would be me on the outside kind of handing Kyle, like, oh, here, giving Kyle an excuse. That wasn't said until this week. And other stuff building into this week showed that like bias, or that him projecting it like this person of color alliance working together. You got to call a spade a spade. Her interviews are irrelevant, just word salad. No, I know, but I was like, I got to be honest with you, Christian. I wasn't gonna ask that, but I was just like, how can we make this interview how? What can we do here? Because I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
So is the biggest tea that's going on just that Kyle told about the left?
And Michael is on the other side. So the other tea is that Michael's on the other side, possibly targeting Monty as a second option.
The first option would be Jasmine. Jasmine's on the other
First
side.
option is going to be Jasmine. I'm a black guy, but my gosh, Terrence and Jasmine. Okay, I don't know why, but I love when he calls you Code Man. Who calls me Code Man? Oh, Antoine. Yeah. Antoine's my bro Migo. He calls me Code Man. And he does it in all caps. And honestly, I like how he does it because he's not spamming the whole thing in all caps, but he does Code Man, and then it kind of catches my eyes. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh. And I also know quickly when he says Code Man that's my bro Migo, Antoine.
Oh, Alyssa knows about leftovers too.
Alyssa knows about the leftovers. He's apologizing. He didn't tell her earlier.
Meanwhile, the other people on the other side of the house, separate, can't even know that he spilled the beans.
They should have never told him that Alyssa was going to be the backup nom and fucking blindsided him last week. He is messing up a lot.
One sec.
I've been curious why does Indy say no hugs? I think it comes off a bit unprofessional. I think that's her thing where it's like a thing for her where she doesn't want sympathy. She doesn't want sympathy from people. So she's not trying to get sympathy from people. So he told Alyssa before he told Terrence. Nicole and Daniel really sorry for the treatment of Taylor or just trying to save face in interviews. Oh, that's a good question. I think they both caught the gist right away, right? They both caught the gist right away of how they were perceived based off the early questions that they got. And then they're backtracking. Right? I mean, Daniel's whole thing with Taylor was just a lot. Nicole was somebody that early on, and everybody forgot that this happened, which is why it's like, because then, well, I know why everybody forgot it happened, because then Nicole took a very, aggressive twist going at, just the way that she would speak about Taylor. But early on, Nicole was one of the first ones when this whole thing was happening with Paloma that was like, I don't feel like I'm hearing the whole story. This doesn't feel right to me. This doesn't feel like Taylor was just doing all of this. And I appreciated that from Nicole. And that's when I had really high hopes for Nicole. And then it took a turn, quite frankly. Cool, man, that's exactly why I do it. Your chat is always so busy. I need to stand out. Love that. Monty and Jasmine nominated. Yep. I think Michael needs to reassess and hurting his winner's equity. Kind of like me and all the Purple Hearts. Yeah, Denise, the Purple Hearts I know is you. Yeah, so K, YouTube does do commands, but I have to set up the Nightbot. So I have to set up the Nightbot, which I haven't done so already, but I have to do that off stream. Cody, do you like Jasmine? So this is how I answer this question every time. I don't dislike people, but people get on my nerves, right? And Jasmine's one of them. The whole thing, I had this conversation. Jasmine, I think I said this in my last live. Jasmine, I think, is a very pretty girl, and she does this thing with her eyebrows for the live shows that makes them this big. And so that to me, I'm like, why is she doing that? But I think it just piles on because I'm also over the Julie, you look as good as a butterscotch pie, that stuff. I'm over it. I thought it was hilarious when Jasmine was talking about how Joseph is over there going and getting them information and bringing it back. We're using Joseph as our little messenger boy. And I was like, Jasmine, no, you're not. No, you're really not. So, and then the whole ankle thing, I'm just like, come on, girl. You're walking around with a cane. And like I can say this because I have messed up my ankles so bad. I have messed up my ankles so bad. And like I would be in a boot and then I'd be out of a boot. And even when I was in a boot, I wasn't on crutches, like, and I fucked up my ankles. Like badly. Like completely tore. It was hanging out by a thread, the ligament running up my Achilles, and partially tore like halfway through the ligament on my the top, so like the top part of my ankle, the ligament that runs down the outside, and then ligament that runs up the inside of the Achilles. I had those completely blown out. I was like in a boot and out of a boot within a week. And my ankle was fucked up. Like I needed surgery. Bruised. But then again, I guess it's not really fair because I had my athletic office that was always working on my ankle and always doing things for my ankle. But it's like, I just, the whole thing when I'm watching her, I'm like, it's been fucking 4 weeks. Like she's still like crutching around. I'm like, what is going on here? Anyway, so that's why for me, like there's just a lot with Jasmine. I'm just like, oh my God, enough. But I'll tell you what I do love, the comedy that comes from Turner with Jasmine. I love that. Monty better win veto. I mean, so this will be, oh my God. So imagine this. Monty wins the veto. Brittany and Taylor are off the block. Who goes on the block? I mean, no matter what, like if Monty doesn't win the veto, Jasmine's gone. But if the knobs stay the same, then I could see a scenario where they do try to go after Monty. If they don't get rid of Michael, well, so this next week, so Michael is obviously making it through the double eviction. Michael's going to make it to 8 people left. If they don't get Michael out at 8 people left, 7 people, like I said this on the winner circle, if Michael makes it to final 5, the game's over. Michael's not going home. Bro, if Jasmine sticks around, I really hope Zingbot makes a joke in the style of her diary room sessions about her foot. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait for Zingbot. Codeman, she irks me too. Probably a nice person. She's definitely a nice person. Like, so I want to make sure I put that out there as well. Jasmine is definitely a nice person. But then again, I mean, I don't know. She talked pretty harshly about Taylor. But I guess we all talk shit. Like, I talk shit, so I can't really judge. You know, but like her thing with Taylor was like a lot, right? I mean, I don't know, but whatever. I think, you know, I'm not. Oh my God, the whole don't put me up on my birthday. You better not take my thing on my birthday. You better not do, but it's like, just stop. The only thing I'll give you in your birthday week is not being a have-not. Anything else is fair game. You can go on the block and go home during your birthday week. I don't care. Did you know that it's Jasmine's birthday week? Yeah, so that's Miss T. That's why I'm like, I was like, oh, maybe she's probably a good person, but then it's like, I start remembering all the stuff that was going on, and it's like, you know, but I'm not here to like say whether somebody's a good person or not a good person. That's not what I'm here to do. Well, I mean, so I don't know. She's not nice to anybody. She just seems like a brat. She just seems like a brat, like entitled, a brat, like wants everything like handed to her. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Dak Chats? How we doing? She was telling Michael this week to put her up because it's her. Oh, to not put her up. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Wait, this week? I thought it was last week. Because it's her birthday week? Jasmine, your birthday was last week. You're beat. Sorry. Yeah, Trisha. Kyle snitched. So, Twisted Jake, it's hard for me to answer that, right? Because I now have my, like, the people that I could have found myself gravitating towards would have been Joseph. I would have probably gravitated towards Monty. Like, that's just, they just seem like I have personality, like my personality would match up with their personalities. Then, I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me because I go into seasons of Big Brother like trying to be close with everybody. That's what worked so well for me on 16. Like I didn't have like particular people that I was like, oh, I'm gonna work. Like there were people that I would talk more game with than not. But it's like I would always try to be like close with everybody. Your favorite's Taylor? Yeah, of course. Taylor, yeah. Wonder what Davon thinks of this season. You think Davon's watching? I gotta be honest, I think Davon's probably watching more of like the challenge. Who's my favorite player? My favorite player of this season is Michael. He's the best player in the house, in my opinion. He's just so on. Like he's always on. Everything is strategic. Everything is logical. There's a thought behind everything that he's doing. There's a reasoning like further down the line for stuff that he wants done. He's just thinking ahead, and I love his game. Um, I I like I like Joseph. I like I mean, obviously, I like Taylor. Like, Taylor was just an early favorite for me because I was just so pissed off with how she was being treated. Like, that aspect of Big Brother bothers me to my core when somebody's ostracized and somebody's outcast and people are, like, going out of their way to make somebody in a game that is really difficult mentally feel, like, extra weight on their shoulders. I don't like that. So, like, I immediately was, like, rooting for Taylor. I was like, please just let this girl get through this shit. Like, let her get through it. And it's a perfect storyline that she's now in the house still. She's still killing it. And she honestly, I can see Taylor. I mean, I don't see Taylor going home in the near future. Like, I could see Taylor maybe going home at like final 5, but I don't see Taylor going home this week. I don't see Taylor going home next week. Like, I don't know who would target Taylor. Right? Like, I don't know who would target Taylor. I'm telling you, if I was in the house, I would do pull Jasmine in the corner and give her a verbal beat. Okay. That was a good one. Does Kyle have a chance to win against any leftover member because his gameplay is sloppy, unconsciously biased, and not respected by Brittany and Michael? Oh, yeah, no. Kyle will not win this game. Kyle will not win this game. I don't see Kyle even going to the final 2, but if Kyle's in the final 2 against a leftover person, against another person in the leftovers, there's not a chance Kyle wins. Who? Cody would never play like Pooch. Pooch was stupid for volunteering. I would never play like Pooch. Where in the alliance would you start turning on them now or wait? I would. So I'm a big numbers person. I'm a big numbers person, as you guys could have seen in All Stars. Like, I wanted to drag the alliance out as long as possible. I wanted the numbers to always be with our alliance because I felt like once the numbers broke outside of the alliance, that's when it would always have hurt my game because I felt like people in the alliance were closer to people outside of the alliance and I wasn't, which is why I was always so big on keeping our alliance strong until we had to cut each other. And so it was not good for everybody else's game. Like, Danny should have targeted Tyler. Danny should have imploded our alliance early. Tyler should have imploded, but Tyler did. Tyler, when he got the opportunity, did, but then that opened the door for me being able to do it, to target Tyler. But I would always want your numbers to stay. It depends, like, who it benefits. Like, for me, if I was Kyle, I would implode. Kyle, is on the outs with his alliance, and I think he feels it and he knows it. So right now is a good time for Kyle to burn the alliance. Is that going to make Kyle win the game? No. But is it the right time for someone like Kyle to burn the alliance? Yes. I think that's the truth. I don't want Michael to target Monty because I don't think Monty out of the house is good for Michael, especially if the other side is going after like a Joseph. But then again, if Joseph goes home and Kyle's still in the house and Michael targets Monty, the people that are remaining could end up targeting Kyle. Like, I don't know. This season has so many, like, obviously last year was different because there was the alliance that just was beasting through the whole game, stayed loyal to one another, and so you saw where it was going. This season, I could see so many different paths happening to the end of this game. It's so early to make a big move, in your opinion. So I have to say I don't agree. And the reason why I don't think it's so early to make a big move is because after this week, there's only 8 people left. So what? You're either going to be the person that is the last person that has a chance to target the one person outside and hope that your alliance sticks to you, which for me on All-Stars, I felt that the alliance was going to stay true, which is why when I had that HOH and I had David and Kevin on the block, I was like, I'm staying true. And I was almost like freaking out because I didn't want to be the person. I didn't want to be the catalyst that sparked the alliance turning on each other because I felt like it would fall heavy on me. So right now with the leftovers, I don't think it's too early. I think this alliance is in shambles and is already like this alliance. One of the legs is broke and barely holding on, and the other 3 legs can't support the weight of the alliance, and it's starting to shake right now. So I don't think it is too early. I don't think it's too early at all. Shannon, GeoML Snipers, Sydney, JD, and Digital Dandy, and Clayton Davis, Angela Williams, Matthew House, Miss T, AK1 N6, and Twisted Jake. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. I just saw somebody say I just subscribed. Where is that? Mark, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Guys, if you're in here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that a lot. Cody, who do you think is going to jump ship first? I think we already saw that. Big T nom times? Uh-oh. That's the outside noms, right? Oh, my God. Noms are going on outside. Oh, my God. Why won't I promote my acting work? Oh, I do. I get the stuff. All my acting stuff is out there. It's on like Amazon. I really should. I should have, because I need like clips and stuff. Like I get pictures. Like I would love if I get clips, but it's hard. It's not easy to do that. But hey, Cody, so sorry. Got to head off. Need to make a few phone calls and feed the minions. Love you. Catch you soon. Love you, Denise. Thank you for stopping in. I think she can win if she explains. Wait, who are we talking about here, William? Do I see Brittany winning against Kyle in the final 2 situation? Ooh, possibly. Possibly. I could see that. The season almost as entertaining as the Maltese holiday. Did you watch the Maltese holiday? Guys, the Maltese holiday is streaming on YouTube exclusively right now. Joy and Hope and the Maltese holiday are both streaming exclusively on YouTube. So you could watch them for free. Maltese holiday. Maltese holiday has almost 300,000 views. Oh my God, the Maltese holiday trailer. I don't think I can show this. I guess, but I'm on YouTube right now. Maltese holiday is pretty sick because it has a lot of different views. It's called the Maltese holiday. And then Joy and Hope is also streaming on YouTube. Free. Joy and Hope is actually, I would recommend watching Joy and Hope. I would recommend watching Joy and Hope. It's on Movie Central. It's on Movie Central, the YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check those out, those are on YouTube. Would I want to come back and coach Big Brother? Probably not, because I know what that would turn into. It would turn into playing the game, and I just like, guys, Big Brother is really, really hard. Cody, I will share your YouTube page with all my BB friends. Everyone should do the same so we get you over 1K today. Bud, we got to get me over 1K today. Let's see, what are we at right now? We got a few. We're over. We hit 500, which I was super excited about. Oh, now we're at 600. Wow, we jumped 100 subscribers. That's phenomenal. 400 more. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. That's the next goal, at least. That's the next goal. So hopefully we can try to get there. But I appreciate that. So guys, if you guys are in here and haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel and also share it out there. But I actually have to run. Chrissy's mom is coming down, so I got to clean up the apartment. We got to make sure everything's good. We have to make sure everything's ready to go. But I got to rock. So everybody that was in here, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out for, we were hanging out for a little over an hour. I wanted to get on here and stream. I didn't have a lot of time, but I want to be on here more. So if you guys haven't done so, subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications, because the notifications being on will allow you to see when I immediately go live. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. Pamela Burns, Khalil8414, Clarity KJ, Bryce Rhodes, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out, and make sure you guys are always being respectful to one another in the chat. I don't mind if you're disrespectful to me, but make sure you respect each other in the chat. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you at the next one. Peace.